Hey guys, Tony here from Real Carnivore, and today we are making meat chips. We're going to try two different types. I have moose meat over here, which is going to be very interesting. And here we have some extra lean, grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef. So we're going to do a beef chip and a moose chip on this channel today. Chinese New Year's coming around the corner here, and you know, it's very hard to find carnivore snacks for people. So maybe if you're hosting a Chinese New Year event or something, or any event, I'm going to challenge you to serve people carnivore meat chips and see the type of response you get. So guys, this recipe is very simple, okay? The process is also very simple. We're using ground meats. So all we're gonna do is, we have our little blends here. My ingredients, I'll also list them down below, are based on 1 pound increments, okay? So this moose is about 1 pound worth of meat, and the beef is about 2 pounds worth of meat. So if we have these two here, you'll see the quantities are a lot different. So what do I have in here? What I have in here, guys, is 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of pepper, which you can choose to leave out if you like, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, which also you could choose to leave out if you like. I like a little bit of flavor. I am pretty strict carnivore, but you know, I have my 95% rule, meaning the odd seasonings and flavorings and stuff like that. If that's what it takes to keep you focused and interested in the food, then by all means do it. It still beats the alternative like crazy, right? So that being said, we're gonna get started. So we'll start with the beef, because I got more of it. And one second, I'm going to pour out some of this liquid. So the idea, guys, is to let your meat sit as long as you can, because as it sits, you know, liquids will drain out of it. We want to have this as dry as possible walking in, because the drier it is, the sooner it'll be ready to eat, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to add our ingredients. So this is our beef ramekin. So again, we have black pepper, salt, garlic powder, and one thing I did not mention that I'm adding as well is this is beef gelatin, okay? This beef gelatin is going to kind of hold things together a little bit and hopefully give it a good texture. I've watched other YouTube channels make meat chips. Most people just shave the meats. I did see one where they used ground meat, but nobody's ever using the beef gelatin. I think the beef gelatin is going to help it come along even better and give an added nutritional value to things. So how we do this is we have our parchment paper and our rolling pin, which is not here at the moment. So we'll find that here. And basically, we take 2 pieces of parchment, okay? And we put our meats on it, lay it thin as we can, and that's that. So let's see, we're still draining a little bit here, guys. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of drainage going on. So I'm going to just dump the rest out. One more time. And don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, guys. That's what we have them for. All right, so we're going to just break up this beef. Add our ingredients. And just get everything mixed up real good here. So everything's fully incorporated. And I think these would make pretty good dog treats too. If you guys hear the dog barking in the back. If you left out the pepper and the garlic and just did it with the ground beef and a little bit of salt, or any ground meat for that matter, but we're doing beef and moose, like I said, these would make for really good dog treats. All right, guys, so everything is mixed up here. Hands are washed, and we found our rolling pin. Thank you for that, whoever brought it over. So here we are. Here's our moose, and here's our beef. Look at the difference in the colors of that, eh? But they smell so good already. So we're going to start with the beef because we have more of it. Plus, I want that moose to just infuse a little bit more. It was really cold still. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try and keep my hands clean for starters because I'm going to be touching stuff. So I will grab some sort of scoop here. A spoon will work just fine. And we're going to put a portion out on this parchment paper here. So it's probably looks like about 1/3 of the meat. Let's see how that plays out on the paper. I gotta get my hands dirty, so it's unavoidable. So maybe we could fit a little bit more. All right, so that looks like it's gonna be good. Now, guys, the idea here is to try and get it as thin as we can, because the thinner it is, the crunchier it will be. We're trying to resemble chips here, so yeah, let's give it a shot. Buddy. Here, these papers have been cut exactly to fit these pans, so we can fill these parchment papers end to end pretty much and get these as thin as possible. Right, so here we are, we're all rolled out. Just clean up our edges a little bit here. So now we're going to separate one. That looks pretty thin for the most part. I think it probably could have been a little bit thinner, but we'll see. And so there's that. That looks like almost like, you know, it kind of reminds me of like pepperoni, you know, the color, the way it looks. So there we go. Paper thin. So now all we're going to do is score this. It kind of comes apart with some sort of resemblance of chips or crackers or something like that. And there we go. So now what we're going to do is try our luck at transferring this onto this rack without the parchment paper. So let's see how this goes. So if I put this rack maybe here, and do something like that. that may have worked out well. If we can get this separated. Doesn't want to come apart very nicely, does it?
There we go.
Beautiful. So then it's kind of looks like that. So wash, rinse, and repeat. We'll do that again. So here we have it. 3 trays. Here's the mousse. And 2 trays of beef. And actually we got a lot of meat left over. So while these are cooking, we're hungry, so we are going to turn these into meatballs. So our oven has been preheated to 220 degrees Fahrenheit. We are going to put these in there until they're completely dried out and crispy, okay? That I think should take a couple hours, but we'll see. In the meantime, we're going to eat these, and we'll see in a couple seconds here with the result. All right, guys, so here we are. It's 4 hours later. The time is 7 o'clock. We put these in at 3 o'clock. Our meat chips are ready. Our mousse ones came out, actually an hour and a half ago. But these are the beef ones. There was 2. We switched them over to 1 pan. This is what they look like now. If you recall, this was 1 pan. This was the other pan. So they shrink considerably. But that being said, I did score these. I don't know if you can see that on the picture there, but you know, they do break on the score line, which is nice. So we are going to just break these off, put them in the bowls, and then we're going to do a taste test shortly. And I just want to show you guys. Okay, here's my mic. You ready? Ready for this? Come on. If that's not a chip, I don't know what is. But we're going to find out soon by others whether or not this is worth making again. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. I will make these again. I think they're great. It's got that nice salty kick. And it just tastes good. So we're going to try these out. This is the one I forgot to score, so we're just doing random chip sizes. And now, just so you know, guys, we probably used total, because we had a lot of meat left over, if you remember. Like, I made 9 meatballs or something out of it. So we had 3 pounds of meat. We probably used a total of 2 pounds. And that gave us a lot of chips. And remember, these are nutrient dense. How much of these can you really eat before you're full, right? Here, hop up and try it. There you go. Leo, come. Hop up. No waffle, you had one. Leo, hop up. Good boy. And there we go. Everybody gets a chip. Action. All right, guys, I managed to round up my taste testers here, Zach and Timmy. And I tried the meat chip. I think it was amazing. Now, Zach and Timmy, I think, Timmy, you said you wanted this chip right here. That's yours. Zach, hold on. Take yours. Okay, so these are beef. And then we're going to go to the mousse one at the bottom here, okay, afterwards. So there's 2. And what about you?
It kind of tastes like a corn chip.
So you like the beef better?
It doesn't have much flavor.
Okay. Tastes like a corn chip. Well, at least we've achieved what we're looking for. It tastes like a chip. It feels like a chip. Peace out, says Zach. I'm going to have one myself. That's good. Well, Timmy's back. I guess it's 9 now. Did you bump it up to a 9? Oh, you did give it a 9 just now. Right on. All right, good. Let's have dinner. Everybody, stay tuned to my channel. Subscribe, like, do all those things. There'll be lots more coming. And at the same time, along with the cooking videos, I'm also documenting my journey, how I've lost over 300 pounds, and I've had my skin removed, and I still have more skin to be removed, and I still have more weight to lose. So this is going to be a journey, and I'm going to share it with everybody. Thank you.